Hi, and welcome back to our channel, Our Happy Homestead, here at Frog Song Farms. I'm Elizabeth, and today we're going to be talking about some very basic terms for pigs. If you're thinking about getting a pig, you've probably seen by now that on our farm we have a small number of coonies that we breed very selectively. You're about to get moved by a 1-year-old pulling on, yep, there we go. You've also probably caught on to the fact that we have young children. So if you're like me before we started getting pigs, then the most time you've spent around a pig was probably at the Piggly Wiggly, because I know that was the case for me. So when I was looking at pigs and people started throwing around all these terms, I was just trying not to look too ignorant. So if you feel like you're in that boat, let's go over a few terms. First of all, you will hear about a boar. A boar is a male pig. A gilt is a female pig that has never been bred, has no litters. A sow is a female pig that has had a litter of piglets. A barrow is a neutered or castrated male pig. If you hear about a pig being intact, then that just means he hasn't been neutered or castrated yet. If you hear about a gilt or a sow being in pig, then that just means she's pregnant. So that gilt now will become a sow through farrowing, which is childbirth. If you've heard of a dam versus a sire and you've already thought, well, we already have boars and sows, it's the same thing. A dam is the mother of a litter and a sire is the father of a litter. A split litter is kind of an interesting thing. It's where you can have multiple sires for one litter. So you can have a sow that is in heat and she gets pregnant by multiple fathers. My son just climbed a chair that he should not be able to climb. I don't know where we were. A multi-sire litter. So you might have some piglets born from a sire that is ginger, orange, redhead, and a sire that's black and white, and you can have piglets of both. You might have that anyways based on genetics, but just so you know. When your litter is born or when you're looking at getting a new litter, you might notice that they have these little things. If you're looking at coonies specifically, they have these little deposits, fat deposits hanging down. Those are called wattles. They don't really serve a purpose. They're ornamental and they're kind of unique to the cooney breed. It's something if you're looking to do a show pig, they really want you to have those wattles. Your pig might have been born with wattles and they might have fallen off, but they still will carry the genetics for wattles. So that might be something to look for if you're considering breeding. Line breeding or inbreeding is referring to breeding two pigs that are pretty closely related. And this does happen sometimes, especially if you're not selective and careful about separating your pigs. Which brings us to a COI. You've probably seen that, which is a coefficient of inbreeding. And that's just a formula that they came up with that says this is exactly how inbred your pigs are. And so you're going to want to keep that in a manageable level. But when you get up to like a really high one, you're going to come into some problems. So that COI is important and is something that will be provided for you if you are purchasing a registered cooney pig. How about an orange? Sit down. Yeah. I didn't bother getting a seat because I knew I wouldn't have time. I thought this would be super fast. In heat. Yeah, I'm getting it. In heat refers to the 3-day period in which a sow or gilt is ovulating and is able to get pregnant. Now, just because she's in heat does not mean she's going to let that boar mount her or breed with her. There is one 24-hour period during that 3 days, which is called standing heat. And that is just pretty simple. It means that sow or that gilt will stand still long enough to let that boar breed her. After that, you might hear that sow has been covered. To cover simply means that a boar will cover a female to get her pregnant. And then you will hear proven. He is a proven boar, which means he has successfully sired a litter, because you'll have a lot of boars out there that have covered a female, but they have not been successful. So especially if you're looking to buy a boar to breed with, you would want to look at a proven boar who has successfully sired a litter. There are other terms out there that you might still be wondering about. If you have any questions, you can leave those in the comments, and I'll make another video about those. In the meantime, I hope that helps. I hope this video taught you something maybe you didn't know before. And we'll catch up with you next time. Like, subscribe, hit that bell, whatever it is that everybody always says. You just do you. Thanks.